Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you're all very well. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 most confusing everyday road signs here in the UK. When I say everyday road signs, I mean signs that you will see in your driving lessons, provided you look out for them. Road signs that you will see in your driving test, again, provided that you look out for them. So what we're not going to be discussing, we're not going to be discussing confusing road signs such as no entry for motor vehicles carrying explosives, because that is not a common everyday road sign that we see. So we're going to start off with the first sign coming up on the top right hand side of the screen. What does this sign mean? Does it mean a one-way road? Or does it mean a head only, straight on only? Now, before I give you the answer, I'm going to introduce the second sign coming up here. Does this sign mean one way? Or does it mean straight on only? Which one is which? It gets very confusing for learner drivers. In fact, even people who've passed their driving test occasionally get confused on these signs. The best way of remembering it is the one on the right here is a one-way road sign, and the best way of remembering it, it's shape of a one. It has a shape of a one, so it's a rectangular sign, a one, and that means one way only. Bear in mind, if you're on a one-way road and you want to turn right, you need to position fully to the right hand lane, because no one will be coming in. Whereas if you're going to the left, you would position on the left hand side. If you're going straight on, then if there's two lanes, you can choose any of them depending on the circumstances at the time. So that sign means one way only. This sign here means ahead only, straight only. So it means that you can't turn left. It means that you can't turn right. You can only go straight. And the best way of remembering that, the head only sign is shape of a head. So that means straight ahead only, and that means one-way road. Okay, great. Now we're going to move on to the second set of signs coming up on the screen now. Now that sign is in a triangle, in a red triangle, so that's a warning sign. So it's warning us of something. Before I go on any further, let me introduce the second sign coming up now. Again, this is a warning sign. It's in a triangle. So we've got two warning signs and they're very similar. This one here on the right means the road narrows on both sides. You can see there, the road is like this, and then it's narrowing, and then it goes up. So the road narrows on both sides. Now, the sign on the left here seems very similar, but if you look carefully, there's no gap between the lines. The lines go and they actually join up. So this sign on the left means that the road is joining up together, basically end of dual carriageway. You have two roads So you have two roads and they're joining up, they are touching each other, they are joining up to become one road. So two roads becoming one road, end of dual carriageway. Whereas that one means the road narrows on both sides. Well, I hope that's helped. Now let's move on to the third set. Again, the coming up now. Again, it's a triangle. So it's a warning sign. It's warning us of something. And the next sign I'm going to introduce is coming up again here. Once again, it's a warning sign. So they both look very similar. Well, if you look inside the triangle, you can see the shape of the road. So the road's going like this, and then there's another road going on top. So yeah, T junction. In fact, they both mean T junction. That's a T junction, and that's a T junction. So what is the difference? Now, if you look carefully at them, you will notice that the one on the right here has it's fatter at the top left. So that sign there means that it's a T junction with priority to the left, because the top left is fatter. Yeah, the line is thicker, it's wider. So basically what it means is you're coming to a T junction, but instead of you having the give way signs and you having to give way to traffic on the right and the left, you basically go through. It's a very sharp bend, and traffic on your right will give you way. Now this sign here is very, very similar. The only difference is it's a T junction with priority to the right. So the road bends towards the right and the traffic on the left has to give way. So that's the way to look at them. Try to look not just at the shape, look at the shape first and then look inside the shape. The thicker arrow is the main road. The thicker, yeah, the thicker, not the arrow, the thicker part is the main road, and the thinner part is the minor road. So we're going to move on to, so we've done 2, 4, 6. We're going to move on to number 7 and number 8. Number 7 coming up now on the top right hand side of the screen. Now, 2 arrows. Is that a two-way road? Maybe. Let's introduce the next sign coming up here. Again, 2 arrows. Which one is which? Now, this sign here basically means that we have priority over oncoming vehicles. So there's a narrow gap, we go first, and the oncoming traffic needs to give us way. How do we know? How can we tell that we have priority? Because our arrow is thicker. So we've got a thick arrow going straight and a smaller, thinner arrow coming towards us. Now, if we look at the other road sign, if we compare this to the road sign on our left, we can see that we have the smaller arrow going ahead and the bigger arrow is coming towards us, which means they have priority. Also, this one here is in a red circle. Anything in a red circle basically means no. So this one means no, you do not have priority, you must give way. Now, before we move on to the next set, the one on the right here, even though it means that we have priority, you must bear in mind that priority must be given and not taken. So just because it's your priority, it doesn't mean that you can just go barging through. Assess the situation. Make sure the other driver has started to slow down, is basically giving you way, is giving you priority, and then you take it. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the last two signs. Now, again, they are confusing. Here's the first one coming up on the top right here. Well, it's in a red circle, and we know that anything in a red circle means no. So what does it mean? Well, it's got a picture of a motorcycle in it, so it could mean no motorcycles, and it's got a picture of a car, so it could mean no motorcycles, no cars. Now let's introduce the final sign here. Again, it's a red circle, so that means no. No what? Now, confusing road sign? Well, the one on the right basically means no motor vehicles. As I said, these signs are very popular in the theory test. No motor vehicles, which means that you can cycle through, no problem at all. No cars, no motorcycles, no buses, no lorries, anything with a motor on it, no motor vehicles. But yeah, bicycles, welcome. This one here basically means no vehicles. That means no cars, no motorcycles, and no bicycles either. If you do have a bicycle, you're not allowed to cycle through. You need to get off the bike and push it. So those are the top 10 most confusing road signs in my opinion. If you have some confusing road signs, if you think that this sign confuses you a lot, or a couple of signs confuse you, let me know, please. I would love to hear your comments, and maybe we can make a second video on the topic. I really hope that you found this video beneficial. If you have, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.